Hey everybody, and welcome back once again to the Basement Universe channel. I'm Cory.
I'm Steve.
I'm Dillon.
I'm Kim.
And here we're going to bring you another First React today. So a band that three of the four of us here used to listen to pretty regularly back in the day, when we were growing up in high school.
Oh, I definitely did.
I know a couple of their songs.
I know nothing.
And that
You
musical
were the one we were talking about.
artist...
I just needed to make that known.
He needed to make it abundantly clear. That musical artist is Anberlin, and they just released a new song called Lacerate. They had just put out an EP like right before this, probably last year, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Like a 5 or 6 song EP.
I have to be honest, I did not listen to that. I didn't keep up and know that they... Well, I mean, I won't say that I didn't know, but I didn't catch on, I guess, when they re-released new music.
Yeah, I didn't really like a lot of the songs, maybe like 1 or 2. But I was pretty excited to see that they released a new song, and I thought, why not bring it to the React channel and have us all, check it out and see what we think. Obviously, Dillon's probably, he's a little bit in the dark, so it's going to be like a genuine First React, more so for him than the rest of us, even though we haven't heard it.
Yeah, I won't even give you a basic impression.
Yeah. All right, and let's not waste any more time, right? Let's just dive right in.
Yeah, guys, please give us a like and also give us a comment down below if you have anything to say, even if it's negative, I guess. And also let us know. Also give us a subscribe and hit that noti bell. That's what I meant to say.
That is what he meant to say.
Sounded like I was going to say something else. I sure tricked you and myself.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. And here we go. Let's full screen this picture of whatever.
Of some ink blot test.
Maybe that's like the blood spewing out. Is this Abandon All Ships?
Oh my god, I'm not going to unhear that.
I like that, though.
Sounds like someone else is singing. Sounds like someone's singing with him.
Yeah. Heavier than I remember them to be.
Wow.
This isn't the same band.
When did this band come out?
Oh my God! I mean,
long
Anberlin
time
was
ago.
like, I mean, I didn't start listening to them probably until like '06 or '07.
So they have been out for quite some
They've
time.
they've been
Yeah.
around for a
Is
long
this the
while.
original vocalist?
It is. I
So-
think.
So
I'm
he
pretty sure
kind of
it is-
sounds like the vocalist from that era, where like the clean singer isn't great.
He used to
no.
sound a lot better.
Oh my God, no! I'm like, so I'm not even gonna say a lot better.
So here's the
'cause
thing. Wait,
it's-
hang on.
That sounded different.
I was just trying to give my
Before-
first react here.
But yeah, before
No,
before we
no,
talk,
I'm just like trying to say like that was so different, Dylan.
I was just gonna say. Well, I'm curious to see what Dylan's gonna say first because for him, this is like it's almost like a fucking
this is
experiment.
probably
right now.
the first Anberlin song I've ever heard. I know the band,
Yeah.
right? And I know their name from like Warped Tours and shit, but I don't know that I've heard a song by them. He sounds like a vocalist from that era where it was like the in thing to not sound good, right? Because they layered him everywhere. And then
Yeah, like,
when the
was
chorus,
that him layered or two guys? I
when the
couldn't tell.
chorus
Sounded
came
good.
in,
Like 2.
It sounded
and
too.
he was the prominent vocalist,
Mm-hmm.
to me, it did not sound very good,
Okay.
right? So that's why it's like if you tell me they're from that 2005, 2004 era where it's like clean vocalists and these kind of bands didn't sound good,
Yeah.
it fits.
What'd you think of like the song as a whole though? Like excluding like just his vocals or whatever.
I mean, it was okay, right? I felt like it was a lot of chorus. The breakdown was, I don't even know if I want to call that a breakdown. I mean, it was, the guy, their screamer screamed into,
Sorry, hit a button.
a guitar transition, and the guitar was there. If you
Yeah.
want to call that a breakdown, that's fine.
Okay.
I thought it was there.
Yeah.
It was less than average for me.
Okay. Let's move on to Kim next.
I'm looking on my phone frantically to try and remember what couple songs I knew by Anberlin. It would
Probably
be
Paper.
feel
because
good drag.
And
I would
Paper
have
Him,
to
maybe?
hear it. It might be Paper Him. I would have to hear it because I didn't really listen
Also
to them
Feel
that
Good Drag.
much.
Possibly Finn.
But they sound heavier than one I remember.
That
Oh,
was like
yeah.
definitely a heavier and I forget
electronic.
his name, but the singer
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because I couldn't remember either.
it sounds. There's certain moments where I'm like that sounds like him doing something different,
So
and then there's other moments where I'm just like this doesn't sound like them at all.
I'll say this, right? If you I've heard some of like because they re-released some of their old music doing like a live set, where you could download it or whatever. And his voice is it's like very low. It almost sounds like it's damaged now.
Oh, so his voice is different.
Yeah, so it's like it sounds very like naturally like raspy, like very low. And he used to obviously not
Have, like, a
sound that
pretty
way.
high
He had a
voice.
very
Yeah, that's what I
high
thought.
range of his vocals. So this song for me is like I feel like they're embracing the fact that he can't hit that anymore.
Well, because Anberlin
And-
had one of those distinct
Yeah.
singers,
Exactly.
where I'd be like Anberlin, like 100%.
Yeah.
And if I heard that song and you didn't tell me that it was an Anberlin song, I would have been like, "You go to hell and you die, Cory Bokina."
because that ain't no Anberlin. That is not the Anberlin I know.
So the vocalist is drastically different.
Yeah.
is
Because
what you're
they
saying.
never used to be.
Oh, I'm playing you something
like,
like
this is
immediately
not-
after this,
and
just so
this
you
is-
can hear
yeah.
how.
And I know
Fair
how
enough.
you said like the breakdown's not a breakdown, but compared to what they used to be, this
Yeah.
is like very heavy
Yeah.
for them.
Which is, perspective.
good
right?
and bad. I actually
Perspective.
think you probably would have preferred their
Like, if you-
lighter sound with more
Well, for me, like
more depth and like
if you're
singing.
gonna give your song a part where you're gonna scream into a guitar, right? Like a riff, a
Yeah.
breakdown.
Uh huh.
Make it
picture
worth
it,
it.
Yeah.
like
just-
screaming.
I
just-
didn't mind it.
To me, just make it worth it. Like to me, that's like you didn't need to scream to go into that part. Like I don't
Yeah, but-
mind the part.
I mean, but it's not. But it's Anberlin though.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
Not
what that
their
means.
Era.
Well, I
It's
won't
not
even-
their-
So
I won't even pretend though that like there was no Anberlin song that didn't have any heavy element.
Yeah.
Like he would occasionally like give a rough like scream or something like that, but nothing like that. That was almost
Is he the
bordering
screamer
on more.
Corey has some
No.
things to say.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have considered that band having a screamer.
So I'll say this, right? So I listened to the EP before this, right? And there's it has like edgy moments, but there's never anything like this heavy
Okay.
or like he doesn't really scream even. There's like obviously some way more like done up like echoey like reverb songs of like, it's kind of reminiscent of some things we heard in this song, but this is definitely way heavier than anything. But I will say this, probably a controversial take, but if I'm factoring in everything, I actually like the song. Do I like it better than old Anberlin? Of course not. But for what he is now and probably what he's able to do with his voice being so low, whether it's damaged or whatever the case may be, I think it's probably something that he needed to step into. Like, this is the direction they
Yeah.
probably had to go in for, whatever reason. Maybe that is it.
I mean, as somebody who listened to, because I know Kim said like a couple, but I was more like you. I was like a pretty avid Anberlin fan, but I know that me and you actually listened to like. I remember when we talked about it, like there were certain albums that you listened to, and I listened to like all the other albums more.
Yeah, well, I'll
and
be
I was
honest,
like more of a fan of
I
those albums.
actually
and then,
didn't
like-
really listen to like a ton of their like earlier stuff, so like I couldn't even tell you the names of those.
Like my
ones.
favorite album is probably like Never Take Friendship Personal.
And I listened to Cities.
And I also like Cities, but Never Take Friendship Personal is my favorite. That's
Yeah.
like when they were the best.
My dad used to listen to Anberlin.
Did he?
Wow.
Yeah, because he actually liked it. So
Aw.
If
Gotta
you know
play him
Corey's
this
dad, that's
one.
actually surprising.
yeah, it's very surprising.
So I was going to chime in. If it was like a vocal cord injury, where
Could be.
It happens. I mean, look how
You know,
different
their
even Asking
voices
Alexandria is now. Cause
their
of,
voices really, not only do they get fucked up, it's a decent amount of recovery. He sounded good. I mean, borderline great. It's just that kind of song I'm not really looking for.
Yeah, you're not vibing to it, and that's totally
I know.
respectable and understandable.
Well, just because you don't like something
Doesn't mean it's bad. It's
That
just
is
not for you,
true.
right?
And there's Kim's final thoughts again. And thank you guys for
From Kim's Corner.
Yeah, I mean that's all I got. So I mean,
thanks for checking in with us as always and our thoughts on this song. We appreciate you caring about us and our opinions. And give us a like down below and a comment if you have any thoughts.
and please subscribe. And please feel free to check out Dillon and I just released a podcast not that long ago called Bros, Brews in the Basement. We have probably 2 episodes up by the time this reaches the light of day.
Let's
Whole
hope.
2, guys. Get ready.
But maybe 3. Who knows? We'll see. But
We
yeah,
don't
please
know.
check it out if you want to hear us, talk about sports, hockey, whatever, wrestling. We plan on covering a ton of other topics, just us really shooting the shit and
Drinking
having some
beer.
beers. Yeah, exactly. So who doesn't love that? And if you did subscribe, then hit that noti bell so you never miss those noties for the podcast or music reacts.
The noties are important.
Get in the noties. It's hard not to laugh.
And with that being said, because he hates it so much.
No.
And with that being said, y'all already know, but
We out.
Thank
It's
you
growing
guys.
on me.
Thank you so much for watching.